Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. It's your humble host, Jupe. Can I get a round of applause, please? Today's color scheme is black, gold, and ash gray. The black is for authority and dominance. The gold is for success in and elite status. And the ash gray is for the fallout, the aftermath, and everything burning down. That's my color scheme for today. Let's get into it.
Tonight, more a 31 audio reveals details about the chaotic moments leading to the arrest of Sharon Moore, the former head coach of the University of Michigan football team.
According to the victim here, he did put a knife to his throat and ran out.
Dispatchers sent police to an apartment complex where the victim detailed an encounter with Moore, who was allegedly carrying a knife.
Where does the mail at the location?
Let's pause right there. Yo, this dude has thoroughly jacked up. He has thoroughly messed up his whole entire future over a side piece. You got your family. You have a job, a coveted job that 99.9% of people wish they can have. And you threw it all away. No disrespect to the young lady, but I'm quite sure no one here in their right mind think that this person is worth losing $30 million. I'm tired of you cats, man. I'm tired of hearing this. Every time I wake up, it's the same thing. What in the world is going on? Now, you're looking to end your career, end your life at some point in time because of this, at your own doing. Let's continue.
And the house attacking her. State's been stalking her for months.
Tonight, Moore, a 39-year-old husband and father, will spend another night at the Washtenaw County Jail, 4 miles away from campus. Authorities tell CBS News no charge information will be released until Moore's arraignment Friday afternoon.
We're going to spend a lot of time figuring out what happened in that hour or two after Sharon Moore was fired, before he was detained by police.
Moore was fired Wednesday with cause, according to the school's athletic director. They said Moore, quote, engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a staff member.
Let's stop right there again. They had cause to fire you. You can't even get a buyout. No payout, anything. It's over. We're going to take a look at what you earned annually, what you threw away. You had a family. I'm not sure how many kids you have, but for what? Man, you have to practice discipline. For crying out loud, man. Let's continue, man.
I was completely and totally shocked and bitterly disappointed. This shouldn't happen at the University of Michigan.
Broadcaster Jim Brandstatter was the voice of the Wolverines for 42 years.
I don't think he'll have much to do with football anymore because I think he's nuclear. And I think most fans and most Michigan people know that our reputation has taken a huge hit.
In 2024, the Wolverines won the national championship, but with success came scandal. The team paid tens of millions in fines and faced suspensions for allegedly spying on other teams and stealing signs. As for this recent firing and arrest, we reached out to Moore and his family and have not heard back.
Okay, Jerika, thank you.
New 911.
Sharon Moore, the new head coach of the Michigan Wolverines. He was the interim head coach for a whole lot of games. So he is also a national champion. And he'll wave to the crowd. Sharon Moore.
Look at this here. Is this her? I'm not sure this is the young lady. What it says right here, more footage has come out of Sharon Moore TV with his mistress. Look at this here. Look at him standing next to $30 million. Ladies and gentlemen, feast your eyes on $30 million standing next to Sharon Moore. Can we get a hand clap for this gentleman right here, please? All right, cut this guy. Cut it. I'm sitting here. I'm enjoying my jerk chicken spring rolls. Just having me a good day overall, right? I got my annual physical going. Everything is good. Your boy getting up there. And I see this nonsense. You can look at my beard. I didn't even get a chance to goddamn put a little dye on my beard. You see the grays in here. Last video, I called to the front of the class the ladies, kind of, sort of. I wanted the ladies to hold themselves accountable. And I wanted the men to protect themselves. When I'm talking about the whole Cardi B, Offset, and Stephon Diggs situation. If you don't know, go take a look at the video. This one now, here we go. Just when I uploaded that, just when that hit the stands everywhere, the newspapers everywhere, this cat done came out here with the BS. Who am I talking about? Mr. Sharon Moore, the former head coach of Michigan football team. Come to the class, gentlemen. We're going to discuss and hold ourselves. When I say our, I'm talking about me included, us men. We're going to hold ourselves accountable here, because I cannot talk to the ladies and tell the ladies about holding yourselves accountable, and we're not doing the same in return. This just breaks my heart. But we're going to call you to task right now. You ever seen the headlines that make your heart sigh? Because that's exactly how I felt about reading Sharon Moore, head coach of Michigan, a man with championship resume, a wonderful family, a powerful position, and he threw it all away because he couldn't practice discipline. And I want to remind you of another critical point. Men are not losing because the world is out to get them. They keep losing because they have been stepping on the same trap that has been taking men down for centuries. Sharon Moore didn't make a new mistake. He repeated an ancient one. Mr. Sharon Moore worked his way up from nothing. He was a player at Oklahoma. Then he became an assistant. Then he became an offensive coordinator. Then he became national championship. Then he became head coach of Michigan. This is a job that 99% of coaches will never touch. And then, reportedly, an affair with a subordinate, an executive assistant that he probably put in that position, Miss Paige Shiver. The university investigates, finds credible evidence, and fired him. And what happens next? Hours later, the man is arrested in an assault investigation, booked, held, and now awaiting arraignment at the time of this video. Family embarrassed, reputation crushed, career scorched earth. And here's the part that men need to hear. This wasn't a sudden downfall. This was a slow motion self-destruction he ignored until it hit the wall. Why affairs like this go bad? Affairs, they're not just messy. They're mathematics. The formula is power imbalance plus secrecy plus emotional instability plus jealousy plus guilt equals guaranteed explosion. The side woman always pays more emotionally than the main woman. And when she realizes that, when she watches a man goes home to a life that she'll never have, something cracks. Like I said earlier, I once heard a woman say, if I ever have to watch a man go home and play perfect husband and father to children at his house that she's sleeping with, then he better pay for her silence. Now plug that into Paige Shiver's perspective. She watched Moore post family vacations, praise his wife on social media, hugged his daughters, smiled for Christmas photos, lived publicly what she had to live privately. What does she get? Silence, hiding, emotional cost, rumored pressure, secrets. Eventually something is going to give. These situations always unravel, always leaks, always blow up, because secrecy requires stability. Because affairs are not built on stability, it's built on instability. Here's the historical truth that men need to accept. Let me remind everyone of another critical point. Men throughout history, powerful, brilliant, influential men, have destroyed their legacy over the same exact temptation. Now, this is not new. This is not a pattern. Let me give you the lineup. Let's start with one. Samson, the biblical blueprint of destruction. Samson was chosen by God, given supernatural strength, destined for greatness. And what took him out? Delilah. Not an army, not a king, not a demon, a woman he could not resist. Sounds familiar? Let's move on. Number 2, King David. Let's go over King David. A man of power that's destroyed by desire. One of the most revered kings in history, ruined by Bathsheba. He saw a woman bathing, wanted her, slept with her, and then he orchestrated her husband's death to cover it up. A man blessed with power brought low by lack of discipline. Dick discipline. Let's go on to number 3. Mr. Bill Clinton. Mr. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. President of the United States, the most powerful position on earth. And what derailed his presidency? Not war, not the economy, not foreign policy. Monica Lewinsky. She's been synonymous throughout the rap community. When you say Monica Lewinsky, everybody know what you're talking about. History repeats itself. Let's go on to number 4. Mr. Tiger Woods. The fall of a global icon, Mr. Tiger Woods. One of the greatest athletes in history. But when his affair became public, sponsorships are gone. Marriage destroyed. Career shattered for years. Tiger didn't even come back to be himself. Lost all his hair. Same trap, same downfall. Once again, men, the woman wasn't the downfall. It was the lack of his dick discipline. And lastly, modern leadership, including myself, coaches and CEOs. I'm not pointing the finger at you, because when you point the finger, these other 3 right here point right back at me. What I'm saying is, I'm holding myself accountable as well. I am in this as well, because I'm not above reproach. But here it is. From Fortune 500 CEOs to politicians and pastors, yeah, I'm looking at y'all. We repeatedly see men at the top lose everything over infidelity, affairs with subordinates, and relationships they had no business pursuing. Thousands of careers ended the same way Sharon Moore's did. This is a pattern etched into the history books. So I asked myself, why do us men keep letting this happen? Because too many men, especially men with power, still believe it won't happen to me. I can handle it. No one will ever find out. She understands my situation. Sound like a woman. I deserve this. But I want to remind every man listening, you can lead a team, but not lead yourself. You can discipline players, but not discipline your urges. You can call plays on Saturday, but ruin your life by Monday. Sharon Moore didn't get taken down by a rival coach. He got taken down by the same enemy that defeated Samson, David, Clinton, Tiger, and thousands of anonymous men in history. Lack of dick discipline is undefeated, fellas. I'll say this, and I want you to zoom in the camera on me. I want to speak to the men that's watching this video. Let me take my glasses off. This is my first video so far. Take my glasses off. You guys will see it. If you want power, if you want success, if you want legacy, if you want to win, we must practice sexual discipline, because the world may forgive mistakes, but they don't forgive scandals involving, especially for black men, abuse of power, infidelity, subordinates, cover-ups, public embarrassment, arrest. And Sharon Moore became another textbook example. A brilliant, talented man undone by the one enemy he refused to guard against, his sexual discipline. I'll say this before I end this video. Let this be a moment of clarity. Protect your name, protect your legacy, protect your family, protect your future, because you don't know who you will become. They say one night of lust can give you a lifetime of pain. And that is what Mr. Sharon Moore will experience for the rest of his life, because he lacked sexual discipline. Let me put my glasses back on now. I'll close by saying this. To understand the world, you first have to step out of your own. And lastly, life's greatest lessons aren't found at home. They're found on the road. I challenge you to be better, to better yourself, to see the world, and to practice sexual, aka dick discipline. I'm tired of seeing men, brilliant minds, throw their lives away and destroy their families because they cannot fight that one urge. Once again, thank y'all for joining me. This is your boy J.O.A.T.M.O.O. I'm out of here. Peace. Until the next video.